or quick to Bar-Torah, at least we can have that. We're beginning the book of Vayikra, which is basically the temple service. We've, up until now, in Shemot, or the book of Exodus, we've been building the tabernacle. Now we're putting it to use. And one of the important things to know about what's going on here is a major change in the way people look at korbanot or sacrifices. In the ancient world, you sacrificed to feed the gods. The gods needed food. They would have to rely on us for the food. If you ever read the Gilgamesh epic, which has the Sumerian story of the flood, one of the things that the reason the gods decided to destroy the world was because there were too many people and they were too noisy. They actually say that. There's no moral attitude towards the whole flood story, unlike the Torah, which shows there's a system of morality. And the gods say at the end of the Gilgamesh epic, we were idiots. We cut off our own food supply. Nowhere in the Bible does it say God eats the sacrifices, the offerings. God smells the aroma, meaning he's looking at the intent. What was our intention when we brought them? And this is a major innovation. Also, you have to be careful what type of offering you bring, and the offering has to be legally yours. You cannot steal somebody else's animal and offer it, or somebody else's whatever, and offer it up to God. It has to be legally yours. This is something that in the ancient world, again, this was a major innovation. We don't realize it. We don't realize the difference between the ancient world and what our whole story was about. God is trying to make a point here that yes, you should have the offerings. Yes, you have to do the ritual this way and not deviate from it. But also it has to be legally yours. You have to be, if it's a sin offering, you have to be contrite. If it's a Thanksgiving offering, you have to be happy. And by the way, with the Thanksgiving offering, it's very interesting. The Thanksgiving offering was a whole animal. And it has to be consumed that night. Now, there's no way many of us could eat a whole bull, for instance, or a whole sheep within one night by ourselves. Or even with our immediate family. We have to invite our neighbors and friends to share in the good fortune we had, whatever it is that we're thankful for. In other words, it's building community. And this is what the book of Vayikra or Leviticus is getting at. This is what it's driving at. The purpose of the korbanot, the offerings, is to make us a community, to make us realize how much we are in need of God. We're coming up to the month of Nisan. The symbol for Nisan is the lamb. Why the lamb? The lamb is an animal that cannot defend itself. So too, we cannot defend ourselves without God. So same thing, we have to be contrite. We have to understand that we do our best to do what we have to do. But in the final analysis, we have to rely on God. That, no matter what, things happen and everything is in God's hands. So just a few thoughts on the beginning of the book of Leviticus. Something to think about.